same guess that we because it's the only possible answer.
I'm back with you guys. This video is going to talk more on not quitting and how do you endure during the process of wanting to quit. Now, most of the time when you guys are going through the difficulty of not being able to be consistent, you're not being able to fulfill on the task, responsibility you have, etc. It's going to be difficult for you to be enduring through that process. Okay, so what I want to convey to you, if you're building a business, if you're planning on building a business, is that when you are going through that experience, what I want you guys to realize is that it's not going to be impossible. It's just going to be difficult. And you have to have, even if you're tired, unmotivated, and overwhelmed, you have to have the determination within you. Okay, so it's easy for me to just say it to you and explain it to you, but I know it's going to be much of an effort for you guys to put in if you haven't developed that skill yet. So what I wanted to share with you guys is that when you simply do it on a consistent basis and you build a system for it, for example, let's say in my case, I work with my wife on building the content, doing the graphics, doing the video, doing the editing. I outsource editing sometimes to other people. So I have a way of making a system and a plan that I need to execute on a daily basis and or on a weekly basis. So when you do that, it's going to help you achieve further within your goals, within the milestones that you're trying to build. So again, you need to make sure that you have a system in place. That's the first thing. Second, you need to make sure also that you are personally committed to doing that towards building your dream life, okay? Because again, it's going to come out at a cost, and if you're trying to build a business, you're going to realize that you're not going to be able to build a business within overnight, within a week, within a month, and sometimes it can take 6 to 12 months, which is a reasonable time, but still it will take you within 6 to 12 months to see some type of sales coming in, consistency going out when it comes to results or people coming into your community or offer, etc. Now, there are promises out there that can help you do that within 30 days, within 2 quarters, within like 3 months or so, which is fine. Like if you're buying a product and you're doing it within 90 days, totally fine, it's totally doable. The only thing you have to keep in mind is that it's not going to be something that you're going to see an overnight success. It is going to take time. Why? Not because of the system, not because of the ads, not because of your offer, not because of the funnel or your ecosystem, nothing like that. It's mostly because of your own work ethic. And second to that, it's mostly because of your own confidence. Meaning, if you're not able to jump on the videos, it's not going to work out. If you're not able to talk to people, it's not going to work out. If people talk to you and they see you're not confident, it's also not going to work out. So you need to be either motivated or self-convinced that this is going to work. And no matter what the obstacle is, if you're tired, you don't have motivation, if you're overwhelmed, there's many challenges going on, you are simply putting in the work so you can get a consistent traction and result and progress within that goal, that milestone that you put out for yourself. Now, it can be even worse when you are trying to do something and there's a day or two that you go with missing that target that you have, or not doing the task that you needed to do, or not fulfilling on the responsibility that you guys have. So it might be a day or two that you miss out and you start going down a vicious spiral where you don't meet your goals. But that is normal because we are human and we have other things that we would like to do sometimes as well. So I may wake up a day, I don't have the motivation to build anything for the business, but I do have something else that I can do, that I can distract my mind so that by the next day I can come back and hit twice as hard or even harder in the gym, at the business, or creating content, etc. For example, when I miss a day on the content, it's totally fine, but the second day or the next day I need to do the content, I may bang out like 3 videos, 4 videos, 5 videos, so that I know I did extra. Okay, even if you go to the gym, I push extra weight, or I do extra reps, or I run an extra mile, something like that. Okay, you have to push yourself towards becoming better if you take a miss, or if you go a day without fulfilling through with the task or responsibility that you have. Now, I'm not gonna say that I'm better than you. I consistently remind people that. Why? Because it may sound like I have everything figured out. It may sound like, oh, Ronald, you have a business, you have cool graphics, or you travel the world, or you're always recording from different hotels, or many other stuff like that. But what you have to keep in mind is that I don't randomly get these things because I have to work for them. And if I don't work for them, logically, they're not gonna fall into my lap. Or no one is gonna give anything to you for free if you don't show them that you can somehow help them in return. So what I'm trying to convey to you guys is that if you don't have the energy, you woke up kind of like lazy today, if you missed something on the road that you needed to do, if you missed a task that you needed to do, if you haven't fulfilled on the promise that you made to someone, etc., the next time you face that person, the next time you have to do the task, the next time you have to deliver on the responsibility you have, I want you to hit it twice as hard. I want you to do it as best as you can, and or go the extra mile, because it makes no sense for you to be just spinning the wheels like a hamster wheel, trying to do things without any end goal in mind. Okay, so that is what I want you to focus on. Now, life has many, difficulties, challenges, spontaneous things that may appear. So what I want you to do is, on a daily basis, create your to-do list. Now, I share this with you guys because I have my own to-do list, and I show you guys, for example, my social media content plan, etc. for January. I'm planning out the whole month within a span of 2 to 3 weeks. Okay, so in the last week of December, like 25th to 30th, and the first week of January, within that 15-day span, I planned out the entire content, what it's gonna be for the month. Once the month started, meaning once January started, because all the festives, holidays, and all the chaotic stuff or days has been gone, we started focusing on recording. But as you can see, I had a lot of lists of things to do. But how I do it is that I wake up one day, I didn't have the stamina or the self-esteem or the confidence to, I need to go and do this, etc., things I need to say, etc. I didn't have that in mind. So what I did was distract myself with something else that is work-wise. So once I did that, I got the inspiration and I got the confidence, okay, what I'm going to talk about, how I'm going to talk about, where I'm going to be, etc. And then by the next time I did the task, I simply hit it twice, and I hit it as hard as I can. Meaning, instead of having to create 5 videos or 7 videos for the week, what I did was bang out 2 weeks in one go. The list was 2 columns of things to do, things to record, things to say, things to share with you guys. And within that 2 weeks, I simply made it happen within like a span of, I would say, a week or so. Okay, so meaning in the span of 3 to 4 days, I made 2 weeks of content and then planned out the next other 2 weeks for January. So I'm working like 2 weeks ahead. The reason I'm doing that is because it makes my life way more easier. And of course, when I don't have the stamina, when I don't have, I would say, like the feeling of I have a trouble, have a difficulty, I have a mindset issue, I feel overwhelmed, or I cannot think clearly on the ideas or the topics that difficulties you guys are facing, and create it into a topic, then share my own experience, etc. I normally talk with my wife regarding this, so I would recommend you find someone that you can trust. If you guys want to email me, okay, you can also find my email. You can also reply the post as well, and or check out in the description my website, where you guys can email me, talk with me about your difficulties, because I'm pretty sure within a video I can explain to you how I overcome them and or what I would recommend you guys. And I do this because I really want to help you guys. I want to convey to you guys that if you want to achieve something, you have to put in the effort, and it's not going to come out for free. So you have to at least be vulnerable enough to recognize that, hey, you have an inefficient, you have something you're struggling with, you would like some people's help or another person's help. So therefore, reach out to the person that you see, that you look up to, that you admire, and then let them help you. Okay, some people will charge you, other people will simply say they don't have times, but just keep on trying until you find the person that really dedicates the time to replying you. In my case, what I do is talk with my wife, come up with an idea. My wife gives me sometimes pointers on, hey, you should be aware of this, or you should talk about that, or have you ever noticed that you constantly repeat something over and over and over? So then I come up with, okay, let's work on the topic. I come up with an idea, come up with the concept. We start, I start writing. As you can see, I don't write every single day or send you a post every single day. So therefore, I don't also create a video for YouTube every single week. So I come up with all those ideas, I put it on paper, I write it down, I create a to-do list, and then I record the content. After that, I will either go to the gym, I will work with my wife on planning a day or two that we can dedicate time to the gym. And when we do that, again, we hit it twice as hard. What we do is go extra mile, we do cardio, we do body weight training, etc. Because again, it helps me overcome the mental hurdle of either lazy, I'm either too busy, or I feel like the time is not enough, or the to-do list is too long, etc., etc. Okay, so you want to find people that are stronger than you. You want to find people that can support you, and you also want to make sure that you have the to-do list so that if in case you write it down, the next day you can come back to it. If you don't write it down, the next day you come, hey, there's nothing to talk about, and then you're falling again in the vicious cycle of, okay, what the heck do I do now? Okay, so learn to love the pain and struggle. And what I mean by this is learn to understand yourself, and from there cherish those moments, because those moments are the things that are going to help you overcome problems that you will face in the future, but also help your audience, in this case you guys on my newsletter and or my channel, to understand how you can overcome your hurdles. And I'm sharing this again with the single goal of helping you achieve something bigger for yourself this year. Again, it's not going to come out easy, it's not going to come out overnight, it's not going to happen within a day or two, not even a week or even a month. It's going to take months for you to get rid of the bad habits and cultivate good habits. Okay, and of course, maybe join a program. If you want to join my program as well, you can find it down below this video in the description section. If you want to join me, if you want to work with me, if you want to go through the product I built, you can do so. You can join other communities. I recommend you to join communities. Also, you can join any other people out there that you think you align with when it comes to thinking, when it comes to the product, the business they have, etc. Okay, so do whatever you know that you need to do, but do not put it off, because later on you will regret it. Especially if you're watching this video and you're in your 20s, mid-20s, or getting to your 30s, do not delay your personal growth, because once you hit your 30, 35, 40, you're gonna regret you haven't taken any actions within your 20s or your 30s. Okay, so learn to love the pain and the struggle, because those are the key milestones that if you overcome them, it's going to help you achieve greater things in the future. Now, if you feel like any way or shape or form that you come across all these things, you come across the common feeling of, hey, you're a solopreneur, you're struggling in your business, you're struggling to build something, you're struggling to create something, you're struggling to find a community or the support you're looking for, etc. The best idea is to not quit, just keep on looking. Don't make excuses, just try to ask as many people as you can. Someone will say yes to you. And the third is, don't try to point finger or judging people just because of the content you see online and or anything that you see maybe in the community or the newsletter, etc. The reason I say that is because a lot of people like to blame others for their own mishaps, for their own situation, and or sometimes their own decisions in life. Meaning, if you don't have a supportive family, the decision of accepting that, it means staying in the comfort, accepting what they are or who they are or how they treat you. But if you say to yourself, no, you're not going to accept it, you're going to find new friends, you're going to find new people, you're going to congregate with new people, you're going to hang out, you're going to meet up, etc. with them so that they can support you and provide value to you, then of course, you are basically saying you're rejecting the old and you want something new. Okay, so that is what I would recommend you. If you are wanting to take action, changing your mental state so that you can go out of the hopelessness and become a savage, meaning take action, be brutal at achieving your goals. Not in the sense of stepping onto people, okay, but more in the sense of building each other up, and in return, other people building you up. Okay, so you have to make sure that you become a savage at doing so. Hopelessness will not be, just hoping for things and or falling into hopelessness is not going to help you. Okay, so people are not going to feel pity for you, and or because looking at you that you have your problem, difficult, etc., they're not going to reach out to help you. I know that because I've been through that. Okay, so I'm talking to you from a 10 years experience going through that process and learning from it. Okay, so if you guys are right now starting from scratch, maybe you're at high school or college or whatever, you have an unsupported family, or you're working a job you don't like, or you're making some type of income but you don't like the amount of income you're making, you want to start your business but you're not able to find anyone, etc. I highly recommend you put on a list the things that you want to achieve, but make it reasonable. Meaning, you want to start a business, you want to find a wife or a girlfriend, or you want to be better in shape in your body, or you want to dress more affluently, or you want to speak more eloquently, etc. Try to make a list of all the things that you want and focus on achieving one at a time, and give it its time to be able to achieve it. So what I want you to do for the following, I would say, quarter, not even the year, because if you do it per quarter and then you make sure that you execute it, it's going to be easier for you to achieve a bigger goal in the year. So what I want you to do is apply this protocol religiously every single day for a quarter. Okay, not 30 days, not 60 days, but do it for a 90 days straight, and do it daily. Okay, so acquire the knowledge that you need in order to achieve what you want. Okay, so tell someone you trust or reach out to me. Okay, you can find my email. Either you can do it on YouTube or do it in my newsletter, doesn't matter. Find my email, join my newsletter, maybe join my program if you feel like it, and acquire the knowledge that you need to build your brand, to build your business, to create your product, and sell something so you can get some money in your pocket, and learn how to become better, stronger, and more wiser in how you manage your finance, how you manage your life, how you treat people, how you contribute to people, and how people contribute to you as well. The second thing is to change your mental state, okay? Because if you're able to do that, you're able to move your body, become fitter, work stronger and harder when you go to the gym, and work smarter when it has to be things related to your business. Okay, so you don't want to I don't know, do a job 3, 4, 5 times manually. You want to systemize it so you can do it once and it keeps on repeating itself. If you're using AI, that's one of them. If you're delegating, etc., to someone else, that's one of them. Okay, so if you use it using a redundant task on a daily basis and you don't like doing that over and over and over, trying to see how you can implement AI within your task, and that will give you a more peace of mind of when you have to achieve things faster and easier and in a more efficient manner. Okay, so it has a benefit to it. Now, if you need creative work, logically it will be better to hire someone. Okay, so if you like the video editing, I recommend you hire someone. If you are doing graphic design, I recommend you hire someone. See how you can delegate the work, okay, and don't try to look for perfection, but delegate the work so that you can have a leverage or upper hand when it comes to your skill. And the third thing is to take one small action daily. Try to win in something very small. Like I told you previously, when I skip a day or two or skip the content day that I need to record within the week, and let's say I have to record the next day or 2 days afterward, etc., I focus on that day to bang out as much video content as possible. The reason I do that is because I want to go twice as hard. If I'm running in the gym, I skip a day or two. The next day I will be running an extra mile. If I'm pulling weights or pushing weights, if I'm pushing weights, I will be pushing extra weights just so that I can push myself to the limit. Now, I'm not saying to you, please don't take me the wrong way, but I'm not saying to you that you have to break up your body, meaning you can't go any further and you're gonna over-exaggerate things and find yourself in a hospital or something. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is push yourself to the limit that you know you can handle, and or a bit more than that, so that you can achieve something bigger than what you did previously. You can progress a bit more higher when it comes to your skill, your knowledge, your expertise, or something like even your network. Okay, so try to implement this protocol on a religiously on a daily basis. And if you do so, you're gonna see that you're not gonna quit so fast the next time you encounter a challenge. You're also gonna endure longer than most people. Okay, so you're gonna be 99% ahead of most people. And third, it's going to be easier for you and more achievable. Any goal that you put in front of you in this year or next year, it doesn't matter. But any goal that you put, it's going to be easier for you to achieve that. So your next step is, again, to remember that we are in this together. Okay, so that is something you have to remember. You're not alone. If you're subscribed to my newsletter, you can reach out to me anytime you want. Of course, most of the time I answer people through email, but the other idea is that I'll also create videos to give you more context, because sometimes I cannot write an entire paragraph or a book for you via email. Otherwise, my email will be clogged and too much to reply. But what I tend to do is create videos that gives people more insight on my personal development, on my progress, on what I'm doing in my business. The reason I'm doing that is because you need the context to understand how you can do something better and or improve it. If I simply say, hey, do this, you're not going to understand what I'm referring to. Because, again, I haven't explained to you the context of my situation, the background, why I think certain way, etc. Now, if I give you that context, it's going to be easier for you to mold that situation that I'm explaining to you inside your own situation so that you can adjust and tweak the way you want, and that's going to be easier for you to implement because it's not going to be rigid, it's going to be flexible, it's going to be adaptable for you. Okay, now with that, it means that you're learning the fundamentals and or the principles in order for you to succeed in life and in business. Once you learn the fundamentals and the principles, no one else, they can come with tactics and they can come with tricks and tips and all those things, but none of those things work because those things are trivial. They're good today and they suck tomorrow. But if you know the principles and the fundamentals, you're gonna be successful and you're gonna grow exponential and you're gonna go steady in the long term. So we are thinking right now, and I'm sharing this with you right now, is for you to have a long-term game. I've been this online game for like 10 years. I've seen it grow throughout the years, and now as you go into the future, it's becoming more and more competitive to build personal brands. So if you're interested right now in working with me in building your personal brand, building the foundation, building the systems, building the product, and or congregating or finding yourself a network of people that want to help you, I would highly recommend you check out the Priority Pass, go into my newsletter, become a subscriber, follow me on YouTube, and then from there, check out my product because, again, that is the only way I can help you. Replying you through email gives me context as to what to create for you on the video, but it's not going to be able to let me share a system with you. But once you join the Priority Pass, it's going to be easier for you to get in, everything basically I create, I give away in the Priority Pass. So if you're interested, go check it out. You can find it all below this description. You can also watch the video as well, which is the free masterclass. And from there, again, if you want to take one thing out of this video, I would recommend you don't quit on your dreams. Rather, be committed to loving the pain and the struggle in order for you to get to know yourself better. And from there, focus on your strengths and eliminating the weaknesses. So this is it for this video. Appreciate it very much. And if anything, I will let you know, guys, on a next video that I'm going to talk more on what it has to do with the business systems, and in this case also how you can implement it to grow your personal brand. I'll see you later. Take care.